Chiron is a light sequence just there as well. So when you unlock,
Yeah.
you'd just go into the garage to do that, wouldn't you?
Just pull it up and do that,
yeah.
and then put it back down.
So this is glacier white with blue carbon.
Wow.
I'm not a white car fan, I have to
Right.
say, but this is absolutely, its colour combination, everything about it is absolutely stunning. So
Wow.
it's blue carbon towards the rear. You've got the colour for the blue carbon that matches on the inside of the wheel, just there as well. And then it's diamond turns.
Have you seen the interior? Like, look at the stitching.
Yeah, all open. So by all means, this is Bugatti's vehicle. So you can sit in this one, you can have a look at it. Unfortunately, can't drive it, but gives you a good idea for sporting it.
Seen that?
So the spec is fantastic. Also, we've got the horseshoe at the front, which matches the glacier line. It's not come for a contrast there. There's the signature line there. Again. Yeah. Maybe like the colour actually. Yeah. I wouldn't have picked it myself. I really wouldn't. But that blue carbon at the bottom, and then you've got blue carbon mirrors and Sport will also have carbon fibre windscreen wiper stalks, again just to save that little bit of extra weight. But that's another sign that you can tell it is a Sport itself. Imagine it's grand, let's say, but yeah. And then those are the
attention to detail, isn't it?
exactly. Yeah, I mean the brakes themselves. Incredible. Yeah. Try and speak when you're inside that with the door closed. We'll all have a go.
All right, go on.
It's incredible.
Oh wow. It's very insulated in here. It's extremely insulated, I was just saying.
It's incredible. So even down to the clocks, they're designed to try and insulate the sound itself.
Yeah.
With the aluminium.
Actually going to start the Chiron up right now.
Do you know what? There's about 5-6 attempts of getting into Chiron before.
Yeah, that's okay. Take your time. Yeah.
Just in the centre there as well, so we can have a sit down on the configurator and have a play around with it and just give you an idea as to what you can. There's your standard Chiron, very good looking car, and then you've got Chiron Sport itself. So obviously that's just a different configuration. You can still have them in each individual colour itself. So and the option there to have the 16 on the front as well.
Yeah, that's to do with how many cylinders are in the engine, right?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, exactly right. So Adam's going to take us through this presentation because he knows everything that's everything that's to do with the Chiron itself. So you might have seen about the Chiron Super Sport.
That's the 300-mile-an-hour car.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, they've extended the back of it. You can't see on the picture, but they actually extend the back of it to increase the aerodynamical flow, right?
Very clever.
The air to go over flow better, and then it can achieve a greater speed.
Yeah. Tyres. They said the biggest trouble was the tyres because no one's ever put tyres under that tolerance before. And was it going to perform? Was it not going to perform? We've got top speeds. Is something going to happen with Super Sport? I'm not sure. I have seen
in terms
vehicles.
of a production car for sale.
Yeah. So we know what Bugatti's been like with Veyron.
Yeah.
There's definitely not going to be a convertible version, what I've been told. But they did do a few different versions in terms of higher brake horsepower and so on, so forth, especially towards the end. So there will be different variants. So per Sport is going to be limited to 60 numbers. So again, this is all based on the racing history of Bugatti more than anything. So pushing to the limits of every dimension, which they certainly do with Bugatti itself. So leads back onto the mission that one thing that Bugatti are very, very passionate about is their DNA, which is very important. So the most agile and uncompromising Chiron ever, lighter, sharper, faster, and it's going to, again, it's more built for a bit more track focused, a customer that would like to go round corners a little bit faster than the standard Chiron Sport itself. That's just there as well. So we'll pull the cover off just now. Car is the same colour as that particular one. It's a very, very attractive looking vehicle, a lot more aggressive. We'll show you the front end as well, and then obviously you've got the rear spoiler itself.
So how many kilos lighter is this over the Per Sport and the original Chiron?
Original Chiron 50 kilograms.
Okay.
Okay, so
wow, big weight save though.
Big weight save, yeah. Magnesium wheels on these ones.
Okay.
Do you want to do it, Adam?
Yeah, I guess.
I can record you if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? When you're ready.
Has it got stuck? I think it's got stuck a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Just don't want to pull too hard. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at the real height.
So this colour it is blue agile, agile blue, basically. Okay. Big rear diffuser. It's probably the biggest rear diffuser I've seen on a production car. This it's a work.
Wow.
The exhaust themselves. So this is pre-production. There's no actual physical engine in itself, but everything, dimensions, ride height, everything is exactly the same itself. But yeah, it's a lot more aggressive. Obviously, the spoiler's completely fixed. It's in full carbon fibre. As you say, 50 kilograms lighter, the actual vehicle itself. If you look at the degree of camber on the front, it's 2.5 degrees more camber on the front itself. There's a unique tyre that's been produced especially for Chiron Per Sports, which is Pilot Sport Cup 2s. So brand new tyre, specially developed for Chiron.
So look at how far it comes out the back, this diffuser.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a huge diffuser. So that'll definitely help with aero, won't it?
Definitely all designed for as well. So again, wheels designed to try and cool the brakes.
Yep.
Yeah, very interesting wheel design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, function. Yeah, exactly right. And you'll consider
And they're magnesium.
magnesium wheels. Yeah. And then you can see the front just here, the difference in the front end itself. That's a slightly, should I say, Divo inspired front end. You've got a lot bigger sort of intake opening itself. So again, complete difference when you compare the two. That's a little bit more subtle. This is a bit more, I'm going to come for you and I'm going to certainly overtake you without any trouble.
It's very aggressive at the front, isn't it?
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah. So you've got
All the fins as well.
Yeah. Exactly right. You've got the carbon fibre ducts on the top. Everything on the car is not for show. So everything on there has a purpose. It's not like it's been put there just to make the car look like it's a more aggressive vehicle. Everything has a purpose itself. And that is all open, so by all means, if you'd like to sit inside. A lot more Alcantara on the Per Sport.
Wow.
So a lot less leather. There's the brand new Per Sport detailing just the door card itself.
Okay.
Like I say, it's you getting used to your getting them out 4 or 5 times you'll crack it.
Just don't want to scratch anything on the way in.
This is the ionized aluminium you'll see in the centre of the door. The door handles, the window.
Inside the Chiron Per Sport.
Interior's very similar.
Wow.
Beautiful, aren't they? So like I say, it's just that faded 3-dimensional design that they've introduced there.
Wow.
So again, beautiful stuff. You've got the Louis centre down through to the centre there as well. With your 12 o'clock stripe. So electrics won't work inside, but it gives you an idea for...
Yeah, definitely. This is amazing.
Complete difference, isn't it? So you feel very, very sporty in that one. You feel like you're in a bit more of a...
Yeah, with the matte black as well and the
Yeah.
finish you get, yeah, it's
That's very,
unbelievable.
very classy, but also you do know you're in something incredible.
Different.
And
What's this arrangement called here on the side?
So it's just the design for per sport. It's a three-dimensional door card itself, so it starts off a different, smaller.
Right, got you. Does
design
that signify anything, or is it just part of the
It's
design?
just unique to per sport. So if you
No way.
decide you like a Chiron Sport, you like this design.
Ah, right, got you. So you know you're in a pit sport now.
Exactly, yeah. You wake up and someone's kidnapped you and you're in a Bugatti, you know, you're in a per sport. But I mean, even the door sills as well, the carbon fibre there is just...
How many are being produced of these as well?
60.
Okay.
60.
Limited production, obviously. They're not expanding. There's 60 confirmed.
60, that's it.
Got you.
One thing Bugatti never do is if they say they're doing a number of cars, that's what they're doing. Yeah. McLaren with a 600 LT. We'll do two, maybe 3, maybe 4.
So we're sat in the Chiron Per Sport. We've got a Chiron Sport, not Per Sport, that's a Sport. And then we've got the Veyron. So 2008,
Still got an air brake here.
2018, 19 car, 2020. Isn't this absolutely amazing? Trying to get the angles. I'm sat in a Chiron Per Sport. Unbelievable. Trying to get every detail in that I can. Recorded. So that's where we're sat over there, and the cars are behind us. Rear view. It's got the little Chiron Per Sport sill plate that I didn't notice. Don't know if that's in there.
You can have a blank or you
Can you?
have a Chiron.
Yeah, you can see it down there. That's actually really smart, little touch.
Or you can personalise that so you can have your name on there.
No way.
Yeah. So this is Chiron Sport on this one.
Oh yeah.
Just on the left hand side, so it's the passenger side, just where your knee would rest. It's like a knee rest.
Okay, yeah. The
But
pad.
yeah, you can personalise that. The same as the headrest.
No way.
So
That's definitely a smart detail.
Yeah.
It really stands out in the blue.
yeah, I mean that's obviously quite a contrast, isn't it?
Yeah. So does that come with neons on it, or?
Yeah, the lighting guys came in and did a fantastic job. So you've got lighting under all three.
Nice. No, it's a fantastic machine, isn't it?
Incredible, isn't it? This one's even got carbon fibre engine plate as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Water on the back.
I mean, how they managed to, because obviously the temperature, the engine itself, as to what that gets up to. Normally, carbon fibre will sort of warp and weave, but how they managed to get away with it and get so much carbon fibre in there that will stay no matter what.
Just gonna look around the Per Sport Chiron. Rear view.
Just keeps on going.
Yeah.
Again as well. So a lot more Alcantara instead of the leather itself.
Yeah. Yeah, with Alcantara. Exclusive. There you go. Lasered patterns. So they were the ones we were talking about inside.
Yeah, correct.
Ultramarine controls in black, anodized aluminium or titanium. Yeah, so you can have
Still
whichever.
have aluminium, yeah.
Yeah, because in that one, it's showcasing in like a dark, isn't it? Yeah, so there you can have aluminium if you wanted.
It's also the air vents, the steering wheel. It's not just the centre. It's also its door handles, windows.
Yeah, so pretty much all.
Exactly. So new gearbox and suspension setup, chassis, same chassis but completely changed, and obviously we know aerodynamics and downforce has been a significant change as well. New brakes and wheels, 50 kilograms lighter.
the rev range is increased like 200, was it, RPM?
Yeah.
And the gear ratio, the 7th, is shorter for a shorter. So all the gears have been basically shortened.
Every single gear is 15% shorter in terms of the ratio.
There
so
you go.
It's a 7-speed box, but it's a brand new gearbox, and it's 15% shorter.
And a top speed of around 217, was it? Yeah.
It's almost instant. There's no, if you actually look at the power curve with the engine, it is just phenomenal. It's just straight instant power. There's no turbo lag or anything. It's just incredible.
Yeah, at the bottom there it says the 200 RPM increase and quicker throttle response. Yeah, because this is literally, like they say, the per sport, so it's for the track. This
Correct.
one is the model for it.
Now, dare I say, would we notice the difference on the extra 200 RPM? I think not, but it's just interesting to know that they've just increased it. And they kept the power exactly the same, 1500, so nothing's changed here. That gives you an idea of the gear ratios. So it's 80% of the gearbox is brand new.
Wow, and optimised, yeah, for the 7 gears.
Yeah.
Show my fidget saying engine always at the optimal power band. That's the chart, isn't it? The RPM and to kilometre chart.
Yeah.
And that's showing you that all the lines are equal across the board. So when you select those, you're always going to have power, basically.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Even though you've got it from 1500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could even have it in 7th gear, you cruise on the motorway, put your foot down, and it's there straight away.
So did they use the VW testing ground, the big oval track?
I'm not sure where they tested. They will have done a lot of testing, so it's all around the world.
Got you.
So that gives you an idea for Chiron in grey and Per Sport in the blue, just so you can see the technical details.
So they've shortened the gears quite a bit, haven't they?
Correct. Now,
at the top end.
Chiron is more built for the higher speed in terms of kilometres an hour. Short, first, second, and third, it's not too dissimilar. It's more the higher gears that do 5th, 6th, and 7th. You'll notice the difference there as well. So power at different speeds as well. So you've got the comparison there, Chiron and Chiron Per Sport as well.
Wow.
So for example, with standard Chiron at 200 kilometers an hour, engine power around about 500, whereas with Chiron Per Sport you could be doing just over 200 kilometers an hour and your power's around about 600.
Yeah, 630 it looks like, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Again, I'll just show you the differences just there as well. So again, more focused on the track itself. So stiffer springs, 65% at the front, 33% at the rear. New dampeners, carbon fibre anti-roll bars. Again, you do get that with Sport anyway, but that's compared to Chiron. And then performance alignment, wheel camber, as I mentioned, 2.5 degrees negative camber as well. And then you get the extra mode as well for sports driving. Okay, so there we go.
An additional ASP, Sport Plus yeah. New stability controls, special easy power slides and drifting capabilities.
Yeah.
Jesus.
New wheels, tyres, and brakes.
Oh, so the Cup 2Rs then, the really sticky ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10% more grip.
I bet they last about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I think if you're going to do it, then you might as well get a couple of tyres there. Magnesium carbon fibre wheels, 16 kilograms lighter just on the wheels itself, and then special carbon aero blades for cooling and downforce. So again, as we mentioned, there's a lot more underneath the car as well for cooling the brakes as well.
Yeah.
And then that's your increased downforce as well. So again, more focus based on handling as well. Okay, so reduction for the unsprung mass for the 50 kilograms. So the wheels make a big part of that. Carbon fibre stabilisers, titanium brake discs, fixed rear wing, titanium 3D printed exhaust tips. So that's what you notice straight away. Very, very cool design, but obviously again, that's in titanium for the exhaust itself.
Right there.
Carbon fibre Alcantara interior, carbon fibre windshield wipers, again you get that with Chiron Sport. Lightweight rear window, and then reduction of insulation material, so you get a bit more noise itself, which is what you'd want if you were going for
Is the exhaust the same though?
titanium.
It's got different tips, but
yeah, it's still the same titanium exhaust with Sport itself, so it's not like it's any louder itself. So here's the interesting facts if you base it on Chiron Sport or standard Chiron and per Sport itself. So frighteningly quick 0 to 100. It's gone from 2.4 to 2.3. So just getting that extra 0.1 of a second's difficult enough. Then your 0 to 200 is 0.2 of a second quicker, and then 0 to 300 is nearly a second quicker, which is that's
Ridiculous in drag times.
Yeah.
It's a lot of saving there in time.
Correct.
look at the 6th gear numbers. There's a big delta on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to 40%. Wow.
Yeah.
That really does put it in perspective of what they've achieved with doing it.
Yeah.
The elasticity of it, 6th gear, yeah. So is the 6th gear the 1-to-1 ratio, I'm guessing? Maybe.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they've put it there.
Yeah. Just shows you a bit more stats, so you understand a little bit more about it. It's not just a case of they've put a different body on it. So yeah, fully road legal. 3 million in terms of euros plus VAT. And then obviously, like I said, there'll be a few different extras in terms of spec itself, but generally speaking, they're pretty well spec. It's mainly just interiors and what you're choosing just there itself. And then it will lead on to giving you some inspiration itself. So you can have it all single colour, bar the carbon fibre. And there's quite a few of these different colours to run through. Okay. Interior. Again. The Batmobile.
Yeah.
All black.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's a different colour. Again, it's just a little bit of a darker blue if you're not after too much of a brighter blue just there. And then interior is pretty similar to that one just on the side there as well. This is my favourite. I'm a big fan of red.
It does look good in red.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The original Chiron Sport press carb in red looks fantastic.
Do you know what? I always keep on asking myself, what would I have, and